Okay, now let's look at Radio 1, the racist idiot, and what he has to say. First thing I noticed here is he's got smudges all over his lenses and isn't going to correct it, but let's go.
Let me first give all praise and all honor to the God of my ancestors, the God of Africa, the Almighty Amun-Ra.
Praise to a Caucasian there. Pray to a Caucasian like Negroes do in America, where they're praying to a Caucasian God from the Caucasian Bible. Or he can do what he wants to there and pray to Caucasian gods of the Egyptians, none of which had anything to do with Negroids, and West Africans didn't know it existed. But let's have some ramen soup.
This is your brother Radio1 coming back at you again with another video of truth and historical reality. Now the name of this video is Neptunes Lagoon exposed as a two-faced fraud and an overnight racist. Yes.
This video I'm making is called Radio1 is an idiot, can't cognate, and attempts to berate somebody without a freaking clue in his mind.
That says it all about Neptunes Lagoon.
It says it all, yeah. In fact, he says it all. Watch.
Let me first say that never reason with your enemy. Yes, trying to reason with your enemy is like trying to interview a dumb dog and expecting to get some words out of him.
Yep, he just called himself a dumb dog, because why would you come onto a site that you see a guy that has a bunch of historical videos and then jump in on one that's about Egyptians and start yapping and tell me I'm a pseudo-scholar when your ass is a pseudo-scholar? It's never been to college, and I don't know if you even passed high school, but you think you are a researcher whenever you've never really opened up ledgers, you've never looked at dissertations probably, or had any clue to what you're talking about, but you was, and how you've done it all this time. I've been doing it all my life since I was about 7 years old into researching into this, into ancient mythologies and stuff. I got hooked up on it watching the space program, and my mom told me that the space program was called Apollo, and they're going to the moon, and Apollo was the moon god. And I was like, you mean like the God we go to church Baptist with? And she goes, well, but different. And I was like, oh, cool, is he real? And she said, well, no. And then that made me think, well, is this one real, or is what's going on there? So I started looking it up. I made her spell it for me on a old TV guide back in the day. No, I'm sorry, it was a Reader's Digest. Yeah, back in the day. And she wrote it on there. She wrote my name and all these other things on there whenever I was even littler, and I started picking up reading real young and stuff. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go.
Yes, I never reason with my enemy. There is no...
He has no reason within him. He doesn't try to reason in any way. He doesn't try to show anything. He just tries to yip yap and discount you and not your information, because he can't discount the information. So now here's the stupid black mentality. He thinks that if he debunks me, that changes West African primitives' history, and all of a sudden they were Egyptians. You can see that mentality and how that might work for somebody who is mentally deficient. But of course, what I say has no bearing on anything, really. I can show you the information, but it's not about me. It's about the information. Whereas blacks always try to make it about them and how they're so smart and all this stuff. Whereas I don't claim to be that damn smart. I'm intelligent. I am. I've studied a lot and everything, and I learn things a lot, and I'm kind of proud of the fact that I do this. But I'm nowhere near as intelligent as somebody like, oh, I don't know, Carl Sagan, or, a lot of these people that are just, Einstein and stuff like that. No, I can't understand the equation they can do in their mind without writing it on paper. So there's no comparison to there, and I'm not trying to compare myself to that in any way, shape, or form. But he tries to compare himself to a lot of things, looking at,
point in reasoning with your enemy. And with that said, there is no reasoning with a white racist like Neptune's Lagoon. Yet
there is no reason with a black racist like idiot here. He won't listen, even if you prove him wrong. He says, well, I say yip yip, and that makes everything he said wrong. And of course it doesn't work that way. And again, all he's trying to do is discount me and not any information through this whole video, I'm positive. Let's go.
You cannot reason with a white racist.
You cannot reason with a black racist.
So I wish not to reason with Neptune's Lagoon. I wish not to reason with my enemy.
No, you won't debate me because you'll lose so bad. It's just disgusting. And that's what the last video was about, basically. Was like, well, come on then. You know, you're going to yap and lie whenever your ass came on, drew first blood on my video. And then you called me out. Well, I'm like, all right, let's do this. Oh, well, it might take a couple of weeks. No, it won't take a couple of weeks. You'll set it up real quick. Now, they might tell you the date will be 2 or 3 weeks off. So I'm expecting an email back and everything on whenever this date comes out. And, oh, months later, it didn't come out or anything. Then he jumps on another vid like he's all brand new again and starts yapping again. We run through the same scenario a couple of times now. It's not worth talking about, really. And really, it's just a waste of my time.
The only thing I wish on my enemy is his destruction, his doom, and his downfall.
Yeah, that's the mentality of the Negro, where I hope that he gets an understanding and quits making up racism by his own yap and ruining his own people by his own hands, and then they end up doing better and quit being so pathetic. But what he wishes is just doom and destruction. So you can tell the mentality on him. He just wishes I'd go away with my truth. And so he's going to try to dismiss it away in a stupid way.
That's all I wish on my enemy.
Yeah, that's all you
Nothing
wish.
else.
It's all you wish on white people.
So, let's get off into it.
Let's do that.
Now, Neptune's Lagoon.
Pause to crap out the mouth.
Yes.
Yes, he craps out his mouth.
Neptune's Lagoon has made a response video to me. And on that,
yeah, I don't take crap off anybody, and you're going to try to make a video debunking me and not my information, and that's disgusting and stupid, and it just shows your mentality. But let's go again.
That video, he was yapping and, yapping off at the mouth, speaking slander, falsehood, and just pure garbage.
Actually, the hilarious part of that stupid Raidio1 was that you were yapping slander and garbage and yapping and BS, and I made fun of you by saying the same thing back at you, and you don't like it. Every word that came out your mouth saying white, you just replace it with Negro, and you've got the exact truth of the same matter, and you can't see it. Blacks don't have a mirror, and they can't realize what the hell they look like. Then again, he probably thinks speaking slow and as loud as he possibly can and saying okay every sentence is probably a mentally stable thing to do. Let's go.
Okay? But
okay.
Now, I did some research on this individual. Yes.
Oh my God, he's a researcher now. Let's see what kind of research. He goes deep. He goes FBI, guys. Let's go. Scotland Yard. Sherlock. What has Sherlock got?
I did some research on him.
Oh no.
And turns out to be he's not who he say he is.
Oh my God, who am I?
Yes. He's not who he portrays to be.
Oh really?
So
how does that work?
We're just gonna get off into it. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything else. I won't be long, but I will be strong.
We're going to get into it. I won't say anything else, but yet he's got 30 more minutes of video. I won't be long, but I will be strong. No, he's going to be long and have no strength to his BS. Watch how pathetic this is.
So let's get off into it. So I did some research and I went to Neptune's Lagoon page. Okay, here's his page.
So he went to, research was clicking on my name. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, let's see what he got out of that.
Now, on his page, when you go to his home, he says that he is a historian.
Yeah.
And he has researched history for over 35 years.
Yeah, I've been saying that now for almost 10 years. It's really like 44. If I counted about 7, it's about 44 years now.
But when we look at his videos, okay, when we scroll down his videos, okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to scroll down on his videos. Okay, we're scrolling down.
He feels like he has to show you how to scroll? I'm not sure, but watch how long it takes him to scroll through all my videos. 1,200 videos.
Get him in here, just be fast.
That's only the ones that are open. There's over 1,600 videos on the site. It's just a lot of them I have closed off. Personal family stuff, things from Halloween, all kinds of stuff. And of course, a lot of my old Reef videos from whenever I used to
Yes,
Run an
there we go.
aquarium fish
Okay.
store. Is that what he's going to try to show?
So
Oh, wait.
when we scroll down on his videos, look at it. This was his first video. See the one at the end?
Yeah, live corals.
HC or whatever.
NC, yeah, on this side. Hercula clownfish, corals.
Filming lagoons.
It's not a
Yes,
lagoon.
all of his videos, okay, 8 years ago. Look at that.
Yeah.
8 years ago. Okay? He claims to be a 35-year researcher. But we see here 8 years ago, he was making videos about lagoons.
Let's check this out, mentality-wise. Now, before Carl Sagan's Cosmos came out and he started making videos, did he ever study before that Idiot Negro? Oh, pathetic Idiot Negro. Do you have a mentality that's worth listening to? Let's say, you know when you see Einstein in the old videos, that's after he became famous. Do you think he studied before he was on video? Idiot Negro. Oh, it's pathetic. It's just so pathetic. Yeah. See, what you don't realize is this is my second site, and I only moved some of the videos over to this one here when I started. I say it in a lot of my videos. I mention it in a lot of my earlier videos, so if people wanted to go see the other ones. But that's not the point here. This is one that I actually, whenever I shut down, I had an online web store and a large saltwater aquarium store where I was selling corals and fish from around the world, exotic corals and fish. See, I'm not a one-stroke pony who just sits around in a room yapping about white people and making myself mad all day. I actually have had a couple of careers here and a side thing going on, and I've been also enamored with saltwater fish and corals ever since I saw Jacques Cousteau whenever I was a kid. It used to start out where they were above the water with a camera, and he would say, "The ocean, a blanket of blue, but below," and he'd drop below the ocean. You could see underwater and stuff. It was amazing. Get up the street, had a pool. We got some goggles and stuff. You could go underwater and swim like a fish. It was incredible. Black people don't know this. They usually don't swim. But it's pretty incredible. And then to find out what's been under that blanket of blue that no one ever looked up under all of those years, Columbus and everybody sailing across and everything and never realizing that right below them is that. Sure, they know about whales and sharks and things, but the fact of the reality of the ocean, the last frontier on our planet pretty much, that always intrigued me. And then finding all the neat and exotic plants there, I had to find out about them and find out how they worked and things and stuff. And it's kind of neat. I can name the Latin name of every coral and every fish in the world, and I can tell you where they come from on the fish, their endemic habits, and fish that they don't get along with too. I'm kind of an expert at compatibility and things like that, but also in corals with how much light they need and a bunch of other stuff.
Filming lagoons.
So you realize Neptune's Lagoon is going to have some of the coolest stuff. That's the way that works. Neptune's Lagoon, Neptune's the god of the sea, and in his cool little lagoon, he had all kinds of cool stuff. He's going to crap out his mouth again.
Okay? So he's not...
As now he looks, you can tell that mental wheel is spinning. He thinks he's got something now. That, oh my gosh, Carl Sagan's an idiot and he doesn't know anything because he only made videos starting at Cosmos. I don't have to make videos for Negroes not to be part of Egypt. Idiot. It's just I added to it. I have hundreds of videos before anybody ever got on a single one of my videos and started saying they were black and stuff. And as that happened, then I made videos that go along with it. I made a video that showed Aryan connections to the ancient Egyptians, blonde-haired mummies and so on, blue-eyed gods, all the way through India, China, even in the New World and the old Wari cultures and what was told to Pizarro in ancient days. And oh, yip, and we get on there. But no, it was a couple after that before he got on there. And then once he got on there, he started calling me out, and we went from there. But I had other trolls that are showing up all of a sudden if I do Egyptian videos or anything about Africa whatsoever, Carthaginians. which, so the next thing you know, I ended up having a guy call me out and tell me that I had 38 things that I had to prove. Otherwise, black people were going to still believe that West African primitives somehow built the pyramids. They're the Moors and the Hebrews of the Bible. So I think I was 4 into it before that guy totally discounted and said that he was wrong. But that's okay. I still had all the other ones. I still have like 5 left on the list. I slowly peck away at them. It's not my desire to sit and do that. In fact, if you look at all my videos, I'm doing it about everything else. And it seems like when I put out a black video, it's because Yap Yap showed up and said something. And I'm like, no, that's not true. And here's a video showing you.
A 35-year researcher on history. He's a 35-year researcher on lagoons. And we can't even...
And I can research on this and that and the other thing at one time. I'm a multitasking man. He doesn't have it within him, so he can't fathom the idea that I have side things to do. What careers have you had? What do you do other than hate white people? Idiot! What do you do? Nothing.
Say he know anything about lagoons because he just filmed lagoons and post videos of them. So
he doesn't have a clue what he's even talking about right now, but he's trying to say that because I had saltwater aquarium videos that I wasn't studying somehow. Isn't that amazing? You can see the mentality and the stupidness that comes out their face as he craps out his mouth.
People. Now, do we see here? This individual is a fraud, okay? He is not a historian. He is not 35-year researcher. No. The proof is right here.
I've been researching for probably longer than your ass has been alive, and it's kind of disgusting. You're going to try to come up with this yap yap. Well, look at the mentality of the brain. Yeah, say it.
Okay, all he did was research lagoons. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Look at that.
Hopefully you won't spend any time on it, and you'll actually get on to debunking some of the things that I've said in my videos instead of trying to debunk me, which does nothing for you. It's still, do you actually think that if you debunk me, that makes you all of a sudden Egyptian? How pathetic. Yeah, I can study multifaceted things, and I took some of the videos whenever I shut down my web store site and put them on there. Yeah, put them on this site. Shut down the other one, put them over here. Yeah. But that's okay. Let's see what Yip Yip's got to say.
Lagoons. Look at that. You see here. You got it on. Look at that. YouTube. Neptunes Lagoon page.
Live corals.
Right there. So all he did was film lagoons. When I myself, you can look, go to my videos, go to my page and see that I was always talking about Egypt.
Just because you have a video that's older than me doesn't mean you were studying longer than me. I far outweigh your age, and it's pathetic for you to attempt to use this point of logic. It's so sad and pathetic. By their own hands, you can see they just can't cognate. Yeah, 1 in 7 is 2, and duh.
Always showing the truth about Egypt and teaching the truth about Egypt. That is who I am.
No, you're a black racist that likes to try to delude West African primitives into somehow believing they weren't West African primitives, that they were actually Egyptian somehow, and genetics easily has showed that's wrong. In the last video, you said, to hell with your DNA and genetics. It's all about your feelings. And now, apparently, I heard them, the feelings.
8 years, 10 years straight. I kept it real to my craft. From
8 years, 10 years straight. Oh, wow. So 1/3 of the amount of time, but you didn't learn anything, Negro, worth talking about. You learned just enough to try to act like a racist idiot. It's kind of disgusting, but let's go.
8 years all the way up to now.
Oh,
but
boy.
This guy, Neptunes Lagoon,
Oh.
is a Johnny-come-lately fraud.
Oh, no.
Yes. He's not a 35-year researcher. He's a novice.
Novice. Idiot. Pathetic.
You would crap out your mouth. Carbon dumbest thing you've ever said this week. Why, that's dumb. Think about it. Food goes in the mouth, comes out the butt. Food goes in the butt, comes out the mouth. Food goes in
Kick
the
it.
mouth, comes out the butt. Food goes in the butt, comes out the mouth. Food goes in the mouth, comes out the butt. Food goes in the butt, comes out the mouth. Food goes in the mouth, comes out the butt.
Look at that. Lagoons.
Corals. It's
Keep
incredible.
going down.
I'd show y'all some
Look at that.
videos of
Look
them.
at
They're the most exotic corals on the planet.
Nothing but lagoons. Look at that. Neptune's lagoon. Look at that.
Look how that guy's multifaceted. Look how that guy does all kinds of neat stuff. Look how he don't do nothing but hate white people, ain't got a career, and don't do nothing but doofus. Look at that.
35 years of what? Okay? Well, you can't even show 8 years that you can't even show 8 years of you teaching this.
Can you show anything from Carl Sagan, actually before he started filming Cosmos and the videos there? Well, he did a couple of videos before that. It's kind of what got him into that, his personality and things. But yeah, so you just, if I'm not making videos, I'm not researching. Is this the logic that a Negro has in his mind? That if I haven't made a video, I never was researching. So it's all about YouTube. You can see that he's all about YouTube and a page. If it has YouTube and a page, then I did research. But if I don't have a video from 35 years ago, then I have been lying. My studies have just been negligible. I haven't done a damn thing. Is that what he's trying to say with yap, yap, yap? Yeah, look at him looking at you. He's looking at you like, yeah, I was as stupid to even try to say that. Let's continue.
Even 7 Phoenician 7, we know that he or she is a pseudo-historian, but at least I can say for 7 Phoenician 7, at least 7 Phoenician 7 kept it real to her craft from the time she started off till now. Okay?
Yeah, and she's debunked you so many times and kept it real, just like you just said, and you've made it unreal, and she's made it real, and bitch slapped you through the whole way. It's actually hilarious as hell every time she does it. The reason I did this last video, she goes, here, take a shot at this idiot. So I went ahead and did in her honor, yeah.
We know that she's not a true historian. We know that he or she is a fraudulent historian, is a pseudo-historian. But at least we know who she is. At least she kept it real.
You don't know who she is, but she kept it real. She showed you that she's in genetics, so that's all she pretty much does. And she attaches that to reality, which is pretty cool. So she's like, here's some pictures that shows all this, and oh, you think that may be questionable? Bam, here's the genetics, shut up. But he don't shut up. He won't shut that mouth. He did them yap.
Real to her craft from 8 years ago up until now. But you, yes, Neptune's Lagoon is a two-faced fraud. Yes, he is not a historian. He knows nothing about history.
Yeah, you've watched my videos. Everybody that's watched them has realized that I know a lot about history, but then over and above that, I know a lot of stuff that people don't say about history, things that nobody ever gets told. And I've showed thousands and thousands of them. And I don't think he's looked at any of them. He's only jumped on videos where I say something about Egypt. And of course, I've done a few of those to help debunk BS like him and his little yah, because it's just sad and pathetic by their own hands, ruining their own chances and yapping, just trying to hate white people. It's all he does. He's a one-faceted man. All he does is sit around and hate white people with an 11-year-old mentality.
All of his videos are not even his original videos. All of his videos, he'd sit back and usurp off of other people's videos.
Any historian lives off the back of giants. Now, where do you think he got his information from? From reading and doing videos? But he can't say that fact, too. He just made it all up. He went to Egypt? No. Negro looked at whitey people and what they said and see if he could find some black lie in it. And then people like Surdom and all this shit, and he's looking at that trash, which has been debunked into the ground so long. So for him to continue to yip is really disgusting. And yeah, I've used parts of other videos in my videos because it's simple to do, and what I find is great is that I can take somebody showing you pretty much the truth and then I can add to it. Or they'll go true, 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 lie, true, true, and I'll go, here's the lie, here's the thing. So doesn't that change all of the truth now? I've done this so many times. Let's continue.
Because he has no knowledge to produce his own original videos.
Yeah, you have no knowledge to produce your own original videos either. You sit around in a closet yip-yipping with that same shirt on every day. Yeah, you need to clean your lens too. It's blurry all over your unk.
The most truth comes from independent research, not what you learn from others, but your...
Oh my God. No, there he just put a false line in there. What you really learn is being off the back of giants, and then what you can add to it is spice. You've already got a stew in front of you, and you hope that through your research you can add something to it or see something out of it. He has no clue how any of this works.
Own research. That's how I'm able to go against other pseudo scholars, because I do my own.
No, other pseudo scholar. You're just a pseudo scholar, and you're trying to go against scholars. You said other pseudo scholars. No, you just gave it up right there. Look at it.
Research. But yeah, we see here. Okay, let's scroll down some more, and we're going to move on. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to. Look at that. Look at that. Okay.
Hundreds of videos. Look at that. Look at that.
All those years teaching about Lagoon.
He ain't showing anything. He's like trying to talk, but he won't show you.
Here,
now he's going way back.
Let's go here. He said 3 years ago, he made a video, farewell to Neptune's code. And then he goes, make a video about Zeus. Okay? Zeus. Okay? And that was...
Now, it's not a video about Zeus. It's actually a video, it's kind of neat, where I was making another video, which already there's 230 of them, I believe, that he's passing up right there, that just aren't showing up on his tablet from before that time. Yeah, because they're not available anymore. I've pretty much taken them off, because a lot of them I've redone a better video now, instead of sitting there and watching me talk and then showing a picture, and then watching me talk and showing a picture like I was editing it first, which I saw to be kind of stupid. I thought, why don't I show the picture? Because it's not about me. None of this is about me. It's about the information. But he won't attack the information. He's only attacking me. So you can see how this works.
It was only 1 year ago. 1 year ago. Look at that. Okay, it says, alien Zeus head, weird, new info. Look at that. 1 year ago.
Actually, it says 2 years and 4 months whenever I go onto mine. It's over 2 years ago now that video was on, so I don't know how it's showing up on his saying is 1. I think they're from October of 2 years ago. So that's more than, it's coming up on, well, it's coming up on 2 years ago, or is it coming up on, it's coming up on longer than that, 3. But he says 1 year ago. That's fine. So if I don't post a video before that, then I never researched. Is this his mentality? Wow, that's kind of pathetic. Yeah, so what I show in that one Zeus one, which I left on there, and it really isn't a video. It's a small piece that I took and segmented together into another video, and then that piece got left there. It's the only reason he has this. It's because it's that little piece of a video. It's a 10% segment or less of some weird things I found. And what was weird about it is my tablet. You know how like the pictures will flip upside down when you set it down and things? When I turned it on, it had the picture upside down, and it looked like an alien head. And then it flipped over, and it was Zeus, and it blew my mind. And I was like, check this crap out. And then I put it in Zeus alien head, and whenever I did, a video showed up on the side where somebody else is showing the same thing. And I was like, oh, okay, so I'm not alone, blah, blah, blah. But I ended up making another video about Zeus and Greek gods. Has nothing to do with Negroes whatsoever. But I guess that makes him mad too.
So this low-down, dirty, fraud, dumb cracker named Neptune's Lagoon has only been on the scene for 1 year.
On the scene. So YouTube is the only scene in the world to this man. He doesn't have a life other than that. He's never done anything other than yap on YouTube lies and try to get low IQ, deluded black people to believe that they weren't West African primitives, that somehow they were from Egypt. It's disgusting. It's been debunked so long ago, it's really not even worth yapping about anymore. But, you know, if I keep getting yap, I'll throw a video out. And why? Well, because they'll say something in there and I'll be like, well, that's not true. Hey, take a look. Oh, they were black. And I'll go, well, look at all these pale people and blue-eyed and from the very first and who they are and who's ginger and all this type stuff. And, oh, they don't like that. So then instead of saying, well, look, here's a black person, because they can't, then they're going to try to discount you as a person. And then they feel like if they discount you as a person, then those pictures and those artifacts that everybody's all seen somehow disappear. Do you see how that mentality doesn't work? Wow. We're about to go on to part 2 on this, but let's continue and find a good little segment.
He's talking all this mess like he been on the scene for all this time, having all this knowledge, and he's talking down on everybody. But in reality, he ain't nothing but a Johnny-come-lately fraud.
Johnny-come-lately fraud over here. Been making shit videos for about 8 years now and thinks he's something. And he's the nothings.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the butt. Food goes in the butt, comes out the mouth. Yeah? Alright, keep with me here. It gets a little complicated. Food goes in the mouth, comes out the butt. If you eat food and grab butt, what's going to tell us? That's a dumb genius. Food goes in the mouth, comes out the butt. Food goes in the butt.
That's not, it doesn't stop there. There's more. And I'm gonna get to it.
Oh my God, there's more.
So what I did was I clicked on his videos to see what he was talking about, see what he was teaching about, you know, to see what kind of knowledge he had. So I clicked on the video and then surprise. Yes, surprise. He shows his face.
Oh, and that makes a difference? Whether I show my face or not makes the difference on the info coming out the mouth? No, that has nothing to do with it whatsoever. Again, it's not about me. It's about the info. When I'm filming pictures, video, I'm not filming me. I'm not going to green screen me down in the corner and try to make it about me. It's not about me, but him's just about him. Him got about dumb mentality.
Yes. So we're going to see here the face of Neptunes Lagoon. And we're going to see if this is the same person that is talking this racist garbage now.
Now he's saying that I'm two different people. That somehow if I'm not screaming about Negroes not having anything to do with Egypt, that I'm a different person. Yeah, that's kind of strange. Yeah, if I'm just telling you stuff about Greeks and ancient stuff, I'm not telling black people they weren't in Egypt. Do you want me to every video open it up and go, hey, Hotep to my brothers, and by the way, blacks aren't in Egypt, even if the video's not about it? What do you want, stupid Negro? Well, no one cares what you want, stupid Negro. That's the problem, and that's the thing you don't understand. You're a nothing, and all you do is yap, and it's not really worth listening to. And I'm crushing your head, and I'm crushing your head, and I'm crushing your head. It's actually pathetic. Hey, but let's go on to part 2 here, where he tries to expose me, and I'll show you maybe some videos that I had from back then and things that he has no idea about. Peace. Part 2, top left-hand corner.